they do the best in school because they don't really care about the social aspect because they don't have anyone to teach them. They focus on something else.
Yeah.
Interesting. They're really, you could say something about the dependency because like the parents, depending on the parents.
Well, see, that's the thing is I'm really not trying to say that I'm not trying to insult anyone and say
I'm
it's
a
just
middle child.
No,
I got weird shit going on.
I think about that all the time,
thing.
actually, because I'm old at this point. I'm not like 1,000, but in having baby years, I'm pretty past the date of like you should probably get that done. So when I think about getting it done, I might just have one, and I worry about that person. Like it's like crap. Is that person gonna be alone and then like deal with some shit and that's weird?
It's
and,
a thing.
I don't know. I mean, it's weird, especially weird because, well, I don't even want to talk about that. You know what I do want to talk about? Something that you said a second ago when you were talking about how your brother doesn't have the need to be in front of people when they perform. We only have a little bit time left, so I wanted to ask.
Yeah, right. It just flies.
I just wanted to ask you guys about your need to be in front of people. Like what sort of gets you to do the theater thing? Like what makes you continue to come back to it? What's your need that is fulfilled by it? That's a deep question.
Shit.
Oh, you guys weren't ready for that. Okay, what's your least favorite wrestler? No, seriously. That's sort of what we talked about before we actually, made the move to have guests. Was just kind of what's your motivation? Deep down, what makes you want to?
I live by a code of better stressed than depressed. Whenever I'm the slowest, I become the most depressed. When I'm not doing things, I become the most depressed. I have to do things, otherwise I lose my mind. I can't keep I think my brain is a little bit... It acts weird.
Yeah, it's awesome that you fit pot into that somewhere.
What?
That you fit smoking weed. I said pot.
Oh, no, pot. No. I thought you said pod. I was like, did I make a pod pun in there?
No. The fact that you can smoke weed but still have that mentality.
Oh, that's how I have that mentality. Yeah. Otherwise, I'm fucking...
Yeah.
The thing is weed. Oh, well, I guess that's another discussion. I don't have the time for that. Yeah. But I just like the theater. I just like being active in period. And being on stage gives me that adrenaline boost. And I like that. I like that a lot. Mm-hmm. It's a free drug that's not bad for you.
Yeah.
And that's what I consider the stage. It's something that I'm nervous about. Climax on stage, following action.
I do like that you climax on stage every time you go on stage.
Oh yeah, I dig it.
No, I mean it's hell for the intern. But it is fun to see.
That's why when you get off stage, you're kind of fuzzy. Like when you get off stage and you're just like, I'm not really sure what happened. Yeah. Like the best sex you've ever had in your life, you finish and then you're like,
how'd that go?
What just happened? Right. Did we? Oh, all right, yeah.
All right, how do I lift my right arm? Nope. Okay, it's fine. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, there's a fuzziness to that, hot climax.
It's true though. It's there's something strange about it. It's not it's the closest thing to coming to an orgasm without it being romantic.
But it can be romantic sometimes.
Not even romantic, but it.
I was going to say because that is not the only context. Well, that'd be. I love that.
It's just
you only had romantic orgasms. It's like Top Gun every time. That's amazing.
Oh my god.
Being on stage is what my orgasm is. Imagine if I'm like that, but romantic. That's frightening.
It's like an orgasm, except you don't love that person 100% with your heart and soul. But
that's intense.
Yeah. Oh my god! Even if that's not true, let's just keep.
I'm not going to talk about it ever again.
That's what it is from now on. That's your character.
That's what I love about Redd is his heart. So I was like, that's amazing. You've only had sex with people you love. That's the best thing.
His heart.
Picked on by it.
His heart is what orgasms.
No, I just respect that because I'm a monster.
Oh my god.
What about you, Roy? What gets you into the thing?
Oh. Boy.
What makes you orgasm on stage?
What makes me orgasm on stage? See, it's tough. It's tough because it's really easy to kind of sit here and say, it's this kind of... I've always been creative, right? We've always done that creative stuff. And even though I had two older brothers, I spent a lot of time by myself. Because when I was 10, Mike was 15. And when you're 15, you don't want to be with your 10-year-old brother, right?
Yeah.
So from like ages 9 to like 14 or so, I spent a lot of time just making shit up by myself and putting myself as the main character of all of it. And I would rewrite movies. That's when I got into writing. I actually had this moment last week. I saw Reservoir Dogs on the big screen. And it was the first movie I'd ever seen that was like R-rated. And then I immediately rewrote it. And I was like, look at the script that I wrote. So it was all about that, but what got me into like
The hubris.
Yeah, that was good, but
yeah, I think I can
Let me fix Reservoir Dogs real quick.
Well,
Another famous scripts.
according
needs
to
way more
some,
Roy.
I fixed it pretty good.
Raw.
My 7th grade history teacher loved it.
Roy's
Oh my god.
trying to think of Roy puns, but I couldn't think of it.
That's good.
I didn't even think
Did
of
you
it.
had one?
I had one on the cusp, but I was just
like-
like, that's not a movie.
like
And I was about to say Roy
Roy's?
Story.
Roy Story.
Roy Story, but that's not like a
I rewrote
great
Toy
film.
Story too. It was called Roy Story.
Oh, I love
Toy
that.
Story is a great film.
Have Rat Dad be Woody.
Oh, Rat Dad's so good.
We'll talk about that in a minute.
What gets me to perform? I think it's tough. It's just having a good time. You know, that's the thing. That's like, I was afraid. I had really bad stage fright a majority of my childhood, and then I did a me museum. It was called Me Museum, and it was you brought in things that were important to you in 7th grade history class. Changed my life. And I had this clay thing that I made of my address, and it broke in my backpack, and I cried like a motherfucker, let me tell you. And after that, my stage fright was just kind of over. I don't know what happened. And since then, I was in bands and stuff, which I enjoyed. But I feel like doing theater stuff, you take ownership over what you're doing a lot more. You can't just scream. You need to actually take ownership of what you're doing. And there's a communal aspect to it, especially what we're doing now, like what we all do, that I love so much. Solo stuff just seems scary, but like performing with a group is super fun and super great, and that's one of the things doing Knockout that I love so much is I get to do it with you, which I really enjoy.
Dude,
And the other thing I enjoy is that we get to do it all together. Like, it's all of us.
Yeah,
Wendy's
Knockout.
going to be on it.
Yeah, no, I was just saying, Knockout happens every Monday at the New Movement Theater. I mean, we need to do a little bit of plugging.
Yeah, your Pilot's License
Pilot's
is on
License,
it
we're coming up.
this Monday.
We're coming up.
Oh, yeah.
And then we're gonna be
Pinewood
on
Derby is going to be
which
on it as
I-
well in 3 weeks.
Pinewood Derby.
We changed our.
Remind me to talk to you about that.
What was the name
You got a
before?
plan?
Yeah, no, I got.
Oh, wait,
some-
it was,
a lot of stuff they could be on there.
Fortune cookie.
Fortune cookie.
Yeah.
In March.
Yep, we
What
changed.
are we talking about? The next tournament.
What?
Yeah.
But yeah, Pilot's License.
Business.
Pilot's License.
Yeah.
I'm very, very excited to have made it to the semifinals
Yeah.
and Knockout. We actually did some wrestling stuff when we were on there with you.
Yeah,
I was
you
like,
did
we need to
wrestling
throw
stuff.
some wrestling shows on there
Yeah.
because like that was what got me so.
What was the
pumped
Randy
about
Macho
Knockout.
Man one?
It was Macho Man of the House, or no?
Macho Man of the Year, Macho Man.
Yeah. What was it? No, we did. Okay, we did.
Macho Man.
Ric Flair Devil. That was the one we actually did on
Ric
there.
Flair
And I actually
Devil.
played Sting Pin.
Oh, was this Chewbacca
Sting
one?
Pin. I was Sting Pin.
Chewbacca?
What you balking about? What you balking about was the other one. It was like we gotta do Star Wars and Force Awakens,
That
but
was a good one.
no, yeah, we're super pumped about
I'm
doing
super
the
excited
semifinals.
for it. And something also to mention, of course, I think I'm also trying to cover that up if we're just being honest with one another. It's also a pretty extensive insecurity. And I constantly want
Agreed.
the approval of
Agreed.
strangers.
Yeah, no,
I
it's-
mean,
Sure.
when
There's a
I...
validation.
The
that you're
moment that
looking
I
for.
had,
Oh, yeah.
and I'm excited that I get to
Oh,
tell
yeah,
this
the
quick
validation's
story.
dope.
I was one of the hosts this year for Fun Fest.
Hell yeah, you were.
Which was terrifying. And I did the TNM shows, which started the night, and then it was Todd Barry, and it was Eric Andre, and it was Andrew WK, and it was all these people that I had to meet, I had to introduce myself to, and then introduce them in front of all of these people. That was when I had this moment of like, what the fuck am I doing? I was under the bleachers. There's actually two moments. I had one with you, which was great. It was amazing, but it was after this first one. I'm under the bleachers, and I'm just kind of standing there, like, by myself on the opposite side of where everyone was. And John Buseman, of all people, walks up to me, and he's like, hey, buddy, what's going on? Like, in typical John Buseman style. And I tell him, like, hey, man, I'm hosting this thing, and I don't know what's going on. And he was like, "You're introducing Andrew WK?" And I'm like, "Yeah, man." He's like, "That's fucking awesome. You're good enough. You're you, and that's good enough." And he gave me this big hug, and we had this weird moment. And I was like, all right, I think I can do this now.
He's the sweetest man.
He's great.
That's so great.
It was one of those reaffirming moments where I'm like, okay, yeah, I am where I should be. I'm doing what I should be doing.
Oh, yeah, you were.
I feel good about this. And then an hour later, Amy's like, hey, you've been here less than a year and you're fucking doing this. And that's, those moments where you have that, like, oh, okay, I'm here and this is why I'm doing this. And I'm not just representing myself, I'm representing everybody. And it's like, it was nice.
Oh, yeah, you did a great job, too, man. I was going to say, no.
I tell him to wear his blazer. Doesn't like wearing his blazer.
Dude, I was going to say, that suit.
Oh my god, the two
like
of you in those suits.
It's one of my favorite pictures. It's one of my favorite pictures.
So adorable. Well, once you guys start doing R&R, you're clearly your improv troupe.
I wanted something funnier, but hey.
I think we've learned to stay away from pop.
A lot of
everybody needs a little R&R.
You guys can take photos in like log cabin, like going to the woods,
relaxing.
We should just be relaxed. We all both have. We both have. Bathrobes. We're all wearing like Rodney Dangerfield outfits.
Like smoking jackets, like silk.
No, I was thinking like bathrobes with like undershirts and boxers, and long socks and slippers.
Wear, like, those caps? Do people still wear sleeping caps?
Sleeping caps.
Oh, absolutely. We will bring them back. I say that's on you too.
All right, R&R is happening.
Yeah, we're gonna buy sleeping caps. We have to craft
or make them.
Amazon, dog.
Yeah.
Or make them.
Yeah.
Dude, I bet they got like Bluetooth sleeping caps. Whatever that is. I bet they got like super.
That lullabies you to sleep, and it slowly like changes the rhythm of your heart. Like, did you know they have those things for babies? You give them a little. Hold on.
It's getting worse.
There's a toy where this toy. It plays a music. And it matches the baby's heartbeat.
Yeah.
So it can lull it to sleep.
Oh,
That's terrifying.
My husband actually builds things like that. Like because there's like apparently some sort of like tone or like resident something or other. Like frequency that exists in a baby's like vibe or whatever that's just keeps that baby having a good time. And he's like, we're gonna put it underneath the crib so that it emanates. I'm like, what the
okay.
I don't think he works for Lulla Babies though.
Lulla Babies.
Lulla Baby. The Lulla Babies.
Was that was it Tons of Toys?
Yeah. I think so.
So the argument is that you shouldn't shake babies unless you shake them at the right frequency.
It's real slow.
And then it's good for them. Like
it's the tiniest, it's the gentlest sort of. It's not like a. It's like having
the baby
your
on the
phone
washing machine.
vibration.
Yeah.
Just put the baby on the washing
that's
machine.
kind of
Like a paint mixer or something.
Power sander.
If you guys ever need advice on toys,
we are
the ones to talk to.
How do we know that?
We're toy men.
We're toy men.
What does that mean?
Toy men.
We were raised met as toy men.
We were raised as toy men. That's how we are.
Okay, but
it's true.
We had 4 years. Was it how many? We were?
2.
I guess it was 3.5 then for me. Or
yeah,
I
had like 2.5.
I definitely made the 3-year mark.
It was 2.5.
So basically, it's a toy store in New Jersey.
It's called Tons of Toys.
Tons of Toys.
Tons of Toys. If you guys are listening to this in New Jersey, head on out to Tons of Toys.
And we're gonna be cool about this because I would like them to listen to this.
Don't fuck this up for me, Roy.
We won't.
They're a colorful bunch of characters.
Very
colorful. And a special shout out to Jer Bear.
Special shout out to Jer Bear.
Oh, this is
Jer Bear is the owner of the proprietor of said toy store, and his son and best friend run their respective locations, and they own them. They're all owners, but his son Ken runs one, and Chris Brink runs another, and
Brink,
and
that was my manager.
They're a hoot.
They are for what they are, all the things that they are. Most of all, they're responsible for us meeting each other.
So wait, you guys worked at this toy store?
Yeah,
he worked at one location, I worked at the other, and one day we worked together. And in typical R&R fashion, he was like, "You like wrestling?" I'm like, "Yeah, I like wrestling." And then he was like, "Yeah, but do you like wrestling?" I'm like, "Yeah, I like wrestling." He's like, "Who was in the Mean Street Posse?" And I told him every member of the Mean Street Posse, and then he knew that I was the real deal, and I knew he was the real deal as well.
I think we both forgot one guy in the Main Street Posse.
It was
I
probably Pete Gas.
Yeah, I think it was Pete. No, it's Joey Abs, Pete Gas.